What's going on, guys? Today I am doing my competitive dinosaur deck. There is one card in here that's not so budget, so I also offered you the budget alternative to what I would play. This is sort of a pure dinosaur build. The majority of these cards came right from the structure deck, except for the extra deck, of course, and so it's pretty cheap to make. I think this deck total, even if you buy the one kind of card, is only going to be around like $50, and it is really competitive. This deck, though, I will tell you right now, is like a one-trick pony. You want to bring out your boss monster, and you want to try to bring out Lagia and just hope for the best. Because you got a Book of Moon, and you got a Solemn, name it. You got a Solemn Warning, Strike, or whatever right there, and that's kind of how this deck goes. But I have the main deck, the side deck, and the extra deck, and I will showcase all those and explain some card choices, so let's get right into it. All right, first up for the main deck, like I said, you want to play 3 of your big guys, your boss monster. He is the boss of the deck. He is the best card in the deck by far in terms of what he can do. You summon him from hand by banishing 2 dinosaurs in grave. When he's summoned, you can, during your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster from your hand or field and Book of Moon your opponent's entire side of the field. He can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and if this he attacks for the defense special monster, you send it to the graveyard and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, which is really good. So they can't even really defend themselves, which is just ridiculous. He's got a 3,200 attack and 3,200 defense. It's just honestly a ridiculous card. You want to bring him out as fast as possible, as quick as possible, ideally like first turn. Next up is 1 Superconductor Tyranno. Only play him at 1 because he's not that great, but a 3,300 attack is really awesome. And you want to summon him probably from your deck. You very rarely want to summon him from hand unless there's some like crazy like reason why, like you have 2 cards in the field and one's like Fiendish Chained and one's like a defensive monster you couldn't attack over, whatever. You want to get rid of that or something stupid like that. But in general, you want to summon him from the deck, probably from Protectrodon's effect, just because his own effect is you can tribute 1 monster and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So if you summon him, let's say you have him on field, and he's in your deck, and you have a Protectrodon in your hand. You activate his effect, destroy him, activate his effect to bring out him. Now you Book of Moon your entire opponent's side of the field, and you can tribute Dinosaur to do 1,000 damage, or you have him out there as a 3,300 beat stick to get around, which is not bad. So he's out there. Play him at 1. Next up, I play 2 Dogoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju. He's a dinosaur, 2,000 attack, which is really good. He helps you get around some things you can't necessarily get around. He really comes in handy when you play something like Totally Awesome or like totally Paleozoics or like even like Zodiacs. You can just go get something like a Trident, go right over it, like goodbye, and stuff like that, which is really good. And Kaijus are not free removal, but they're pretty good removal. And if you have 1 in hand, you can summon him yourself, which is really good. So I just played 2 Dogoran, the Mad Flame Kaiju. Then here's the non-budget card, the True King. I only own 1. I think he's like $8.15 per card. Is if you don't want to buy him, you can always get Black Tyranno. Black Tyranno came out in the original structure deck, and I think he's like 60 cents a card or right around there. He's obviously the superior choice by far because you can summon him from your hand by destroying 2 other monsters, including an Earth monster. And if you used 2 Earth monsters, you can banish 3 from your opponent's extra deck with different names, which is just ridiculous. I think taking away someone's resources before they even get to use them and banishing them is honestly one of the best effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't want to play him, Black Tyranno is not a bad choice. 2,600 attack. He's actually stronger. He's stronger attack-wise than True King, the Disaster. His effect says if your opponent controls no cards except defense special monster cards, this card can attack your opponent directly. So 2,600 direct is not bad. Odds are your opponent's going to have something other than monsters, but if not, that's not a bad way to play. Then I play 3 Soul-Eating Oviraptor. He is the Searcher of your deck, and he's a Foolish Burial of your deck. He's both a Rhoda and a Foolish Burial, and that's ridiculous. There's a reason why both his cards are at 1, and you have 3 right there. You have 1.5 each, which is really good. And it's when he's just summoned, normal one special summon, which is really good. And his other effect is you can target one other level 4 or lower dinosaur monster on the field, including your opponent's side of the field, which will come in handy later. Destroy it, and then target one dinosaur monster in your graveyard in defense position, special summon it in defense position. So you can use his effect to bring out like a Petrodon in grave, activate another card's effect to tribute Petrodon or your Ultimate Tyranno for Petrodon, bring another monster. It's really fun to play this deck. This deck is definitely kind of a beatdown deck too. The idea is you bring out your big guys and just destroy your opponent's field. Then I play 3 Petrodon and 1 Baby Ceratosaurus. Petrodon, destroy a card effect, level 5 or higher. He's level 4 or lower. Petrodon to me is better in this particular build than Babysaurus, which is why I play it this way. It's really fun. These cards are really good. They're just, they're there to bring out your big guys. That's what they're there for. Then I play 3 Miscellaneous Saurus. He is your protection card. During either player's main phase, you discard this card from your hand to the grave, and now all dinosaurs are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, which is really good. And if he's engraved, you can banish himself and any number of dinosaur type monsters and summon a dinosaur type monster from your deck with a level that's equal to the number of dinosaurs banished, but destroyed during the end phase. So you do 2, bring out one of your babies, and then you have another big monster on field during your opponent's turn, which is really good. Then I play 3 Megalosmasher X. He's a normal monster, which is great for our field spell. And he's 2,000 body, and he's level 4, which we'll explain a little more when I go into the extra deck. And he's 2,000 body, that's why I play him, and he's good for Lost Worlds effect. And then I play 1 Tyranno Infinity. You play more than him when he clogs your hands, which is not very good. But if you can get him late in game, or you can summon him late in game, and you banish some stuff, he'll have a really high attack. He gets 1,000 attack for each banished dinosaur type monster. And you can banish with Miscellaneous Saurus, you banish with Ultimate Dr. Tyranno. I mean, you banish a lot in this deck, so you can get really high. I had him one time in a game that was 10,000, which was ridiculous, which is really kind of good. That does it for monsters. After spells, play 3 of probably the best, not the best, I guess, but for this deck, the card that is ridiculously good. This card it's only for this deck, but this field spell is awesome. When all monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense except dinosaurs, and once per turn, if a dinosaur type monster is normal summoned or special summoned, except in the damage step, like everything, you can special summon 1 Jirac token to your opponent's side of the field in defense position, and while your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects all except tokens, which is ridiculous. And his other effect, which is just because the card keeps getting better and better, if a normal monster on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur monsters in your hand and or deck instead, which is ridiculous. You can destroy a Petrodon with his effect, add his effect right there, and you're good to go. I bumped the camera. I'm sorry, guys. Just bumped the camera. Oh, man. I'll just shift a little bit. There we go. I got too excited there. And he's really good. It's just it's honestly a ridiculous field spell. Got too excited about the camera, so it's all fuzzy. Then I play 3 Terraforming just to go find your field spell because it's the best field spell probably in Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. There's obviously really good ones. Unihanger, the Dragonetic Diagram, I can't pronounce it. A couple other really good ones. Then I play 3 Fossil Dig because he searches your cards. So the idea, you have 6 search cards in your deck right away, which is really good. You search everything you want to play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways. You don't draw anything, you search it. So he's really good to search any level. He's good to search any level 6 or lower dinosaur monster and add it to your hand. Then I played 2 Twin Twister. If you watch my channel at all, I only have 4 videos, so if you don't want to watch any other ones, click on the channel and watch. I hate back row. I hate all kinds of back row. I hate any type of Mirror Force or anything back there. I hate it. I want to destroy it, and I want to get rid of it, and that's the whole idea. So I play this at 2. Because at 3 you clog, and that's not very good. Then I play 2 Swords of Concealing Light. Swords of Concealing Light is really awesome in that it turns all your opponent's stuff face down, and your opponent's monsters cannot change the battle position on its cards face up on the field. So, it's really good because it doesn't destroy your stuff. So something like Chaos Max it doesn't destroy it, it just turns it face down, which is really good. And it's just, it's a really good card. And I play it at 2. It's a way to protect yourself too, which I really like. Then I play 1 Dark Hole, because you always need a board wipe. And then I play 1 Burial from a Different Dimension to help bring back some of your stuff to the graveyard, which, is really helpful sometimes. On to traps, I want to play 4. Play 3 Quaking, because in this deck, you want to put your opponent's stuff in a fifth position and attack with your Ultimate Conductor. And 1 Call of the Haunted. to bring back your stuff. Call the 100 is by far the superior choice over Fossil Dig, because Fossil Excavation, because you don't negate their effects. It's the same card with effects. For extra deck, you play one Rescue Rabbit. This deck is really a rank 4 kind of like friendly deck, and he's good for all rank 4s. Play one Chaos Hunter. A lot of decks banish, particularly Infernoid's banished. So I can think of the top of my head and see play Zoics that banish are kind of like meta decks. He prevents that. Only your opponent cannot banish cards, so you can still banish your stuff. Then I play two Flying Sea. That's for your zoo matchups. For any other deck, they also play a lot of XZ summoning. Play for spells, I play one Big Evolution Pill to help bring out your dinosaurs. One Stumbling to put all your opponent's stuff into position. Because as long as it remains faithful in the field, if any monster that is normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned successfully is changed to fifth position. So you summon it right to defense. Summon it right to defense, which is really good. One Earthquake to change all monsters, all face-up monsters to fifth position. A block attack, again, to put something in fifth position. And a tail swipe, kind of a cool tech card in this deck, because you select one level 5 or higher dinosaur type monster on the side of the field to activate this card's effect. Then select and return to the owner's hands up to 2 monsters that are either lower level than the selected monster or face down on your opponent's side of the field. So if you have a card that can't, like you're playing a deck that has really high level monsters, high attack monsters that you can't get around, just put them back, which is really good. So something like your Paleozoic matchup again, they're all level 2, put back in their hand. Especially the toads or little frog guys, put back in the hand. Then for traps, we play one Survival of the Fittest, another good attack card in this deck, because you target one dinosaur against 1,000 attack and you attack twice if it was a monster. Seismic Shockwave, it blocks out your opponent's back row, which again, I hate back row. I do tech in one Fossil Excavation. Rarely do I ever use it, but it's good to discard a card to bring one back, just kind of destroy or attribute it. Not too bad. Then I play one Deep Dark Trap Hole. I got him in trade. One Time Space Trap Hole and one Dark Mirror Force, which is really good in this deck. And then for extra deck, it's all rank 4s. So this deck is really good rank 4s. 2 Lagia. It's a Solemn anything. You detach 2 to negate the summoning or the activation of anything and destroy it, which is really awesome in this deck, because this deck can be destroyed by card effects, stuff like that. And then one Dolka to destroy all monster effects. One Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Again, you play out rank 4s, you might as well use them. One number 101 Silent Honor Arc, the Cowboy. 2 of the Symphony Division, because you can detach one and then target one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls and change it to face down in the position, which is really good. Then I played 2 Utopia. I don't own Lightning, I also play Lightning. 2 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray, and 1 Utopia Prime. And that does it for the deck profile. This deck is a lot of fun to play. Like I said before, it is a one-trick pony. You want to bring out your boss monster, and you want to destroy stuff with your boss monster. That's essentially what you want to do in this deck. This deck, too, when you play it, you always, to me, I think I say a lot when I say a show, but, you really do feel like you always have a potential to do good with this deck. Even if you're kind of in a shitty situation where, you're looking at, wow, they have a ridiculous board, you bring him out, you can turn everything face down and then destroy it, which is really good. And, you always feel like you have a shot at this deck, and that's what I like about it, and other dinosaurs. So that is my video. Thank you for watching. If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.